I remember back in high school watching the movie 1776, based on the musical that chronicled the events leading to the adoption of the Declaration of Independence by the Second Continental Congress in Philadelphia. Now, in the movie, the delegates often talked about the heat. Not surprising given the time and place, but is that just the stuff of legend? Well, we can reconstruct the weather leading up to that first Independence Day, and though there was no organized weather observing network at that time, we do have observations from a few individuals. The most complete come from Mr. Phineas Pemberton, a member of a prominent Philadelphia family. He observed temperature, wind, and weather each day at 7 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. Now, given that many of the delegates were in Philadelphia a month early, let's start in June 1776. Based on Pemberton's observations, the averages for that month were 66 at 7 a.m. and 74 at 3 p.m. The lowest 7 a.m. temperature that month was 54. The highest at 3 p.m. was 82. The modern averages at 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. in June are 68 and 81 respectively. So at least the afternoons in Philadelphia in 1776 on average were significantly colder than today. This just completed June in Philadelphia was a few degrees above the modern averages at both 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. and well above the averages from June 1776 in both the morning and the afternoon. Much warmer if you compare the highest temperature in June 1776 with 96 in June of 2026. Bottom line, June 1776 doesn't seem all that hot to me, at least not by modern standards. But of course, clothing styles have changed and we have air conditioning now. Starting on July 1st, 1776, we also have Philadelphia temperature observations from Thomas Jefferson, usually 3 or 4 per day. Now, if we combine Pemberton's and Jefferson's data, we can get a pretty good idea of the weather those first few days of July 1776. July 1st started foggy, but the sun came out and southerly breezes sent temperatures into the 80s. Pemberton reported a thunder shower at 5 p.m. To me, this looks like a typical humid summer day in southeast Pennsylvania. Temperatures stayed in the 70s on July 2nd as Pemberton observed much rain this forenoon. Wind shifted to northwest in the afternoon with clearing skies. That's a classic sequence of events with a summer cold front going through. Wind stayed northwesterly on July 3rd, a partly sunny and breezy day with temperatures in the mid-70s. That sounds like a typical refreshing summer day behind a cold front. The temperature fell to 64 by 7 a.m. on the morning of July 4th, and by that historic afternoon, winds had shifted to the southwest, and Jefferson recorded 76 degrees at 1 p.m. as skies clouded up, the kind of weather associated with warm air trying to return. At least based on the available data, that first Independence Day seems fairly uneventful weather-wise to me. Have a great 4th of July weekend. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a moment with more.